Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Win with Will. We are following along on my portfolio journey with my dividend ETFs. The goal is to show you guys how you can start from small and work your way up to having a large account. We are now going to be on my week 4 results from the week of 7/4 to 7/18. Today is Sunday, July 20th. So thank you for being here with me today. We'll jump right into the information. So first and foremost, for anybody that's new, we'll talk about why I'm here and why did I start this channel. And basically, it's just to document my progress, to allow people to follow along, see what I'm doing. Also, more importantly, see how some of these funds are performing for me, which may give you some ideas of things that could potentially work for you as well. You could follow me and use me as your guinea pig to see what's working and what's not. Also, to show my friends and family how simple it is to start investing. Sometimes people think it's this, you got to have all this information and knowledge and things like that to even get started. And I'm just here to show you that, hey, it's simple to get started at wherever you are today. Also teach my kids financial education and to help other parents teach their kids as well. So sometimes you may not know where to start those conversations, but hey, you can use my channel, look at what I'm doing, and use that as a starting place to talk to your children. And also to inspire others. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm no guru or specialist. I'm just a regular everyday guy that's looking to take control of my financial future. So you can do the same as well. And so let's get into the legals really fast here. I am not a financial advisor, and the content shared here is for entertainment and educational purposes. So just make sure you do your own due diligence. Remember, I'm showing the results of things that I'm doing for me, but this is not financial advice, just something to show you my journey and document along the way. So some of my goals here with my portfolio. Short-term goals is to be able to build my account up to $1,000 a month and dividend income. When we get to the next slide where we show my results from week 4, we've crossed the $500 mark for the first month. So we're halfway to that first goal, and I have $10,000 invested in my account. Midterm goal, to build that up to $5,000 a month in dividend income, which is for some people a full-time salary. $50,000 in my account being invested. And then my long-term goal is to be able to generate a 6-figure dividend income where I will now have options, right? 6 figures, passive residual income coming in from my dividends. So let's get into the money. But before we get there, I did have to actually close the door on a couple of funds that I felt were not performing as well. So I did have a couple that I have sold off and put that money into ULTY. So I actually sold off my YMAG and YMAX funds. So it was total about a little over $600 combined for those two. So basically, I completely cashed them out, sold them off, and bought another 100 shares of ULTY with that money because it was just performing a lot better. So YMAG, YMAX no longer on the team. So this is my week 4 results, and I did actually add a little bit more. So for anybody that's new, I started this portfolio with $5,000, and about a month ago now, this is my 4th week results, and this week I added an additional about $500, which I poured into buying more shares of the Tesla fund, because this fund has been trading low. So it's been lower than the amount that I purchased it for. When I first bought this, it was a little bit over $10 a share. And the fund had been dropping and dropping. So I bought more and more shares, which brought my average price down slightly. But as I'm buying it when it's lower, it's basically just giving me the opportunity to keep bringing my average price down as I buy more and more shares when they are below the original price that I paid. So this week I was able to purchase with my earnings from last week, $109 plus the extra $500 that I put in. I was able to buy about another 60 something shares of the Tesla fund. So I'm up to 319 shares now. Did not change anything with the XBTY, which is the fund that follows Bitcoin or the fund that follows NVIDIA. I left those the same. And then again with OT, I was able to purchase another 100 shares. So I'm up to 323 shares of OT now. Pretty soon I'll be getting another payout from the Misty Fund, which follows MSTR, which this company is a big Bitcoin holding company. So this fund kind of goes up and down as Bitcoin goes up and down as well, similar to this fund here. But right now, doing really great. I'm up to $3,000 worth of the Tesla fund, which is still my largest holding, followed by $2,000 in the OT. And then again, I haven't added more to these just yet, but I do like how these two funds have been performing, the actual payouts for the dividends. So for this week, Tesla fund, TSYY, paid out 25 cents per share, which got me $79.75 this week. So this has been going up. Well, it went up this week, especially because I bought more shares, but that 25 cent was about the same that it had been. At one point, this was up to about 30 cent. So it's been holding at about 25 cent for the last few weeks. The XBTY Bitcoin paid out 48 cent this week. So probably really about exactly the same as last week. So $9.60 from there. 52 cent from the NVIDIA fund, which gave me $10.92, a little bit up from last week. Again, drop these two. And the ULTY has been holding really steady at about 10 cents a share. Paid me out $32.30 this week because I've got more shares. So this has been very steady as well. So right now it's trading at about $6.41. So this one has been up a little bit. And these have been holding about the same, and Tesla's still down. Last week it was down about 8%. This week it went up a little bit, down 6.9%. But overall, when you factor in how much I've put into the account, which is almost $7,000, compared to how much the funds are actually worth now, when you add them all up, $7,300. So I'm still actually up, even though Tesla's been down. But overall, the value of the actual funds has been up for me by about $345. And then as far as the earnings, so this week, $132.57 earnings from the dividends. So now I'm up about a little over $520 for the first 4 weeks, which overall is giving me about a 7.46 dividend earning percentage, which is a fantastic start. So in the first 4 weeks, I'm up over 7% for the dividend earnings, and I'm up $345 for the actual fund pricing. So again, off to a really great start. I'm very pleased with how things are going for me at this point. I will start looking to get more shares of the NVIDIA fund and the Bitcoin fund. The NVIDIA fund is probably going to be the one I go with first. I really like how it's been holding its price, and I like how it's been giving really, really hefty dividend payouts. So for right now, my strategy will probably be to continue reinvesting more of the earnings, starting now to build this one up a little bit more. But also, I may continue to take advantage of the Tesla if it's still trading at a lower amount. So again, I don't want to keep these too long. So if you enjoy this content, please, please, please like, share. You can comment below if you're doing anything, if you're starting up, or any funds that you're investing in. Subscribe to the channel. Help keep this channel growing for me, as well as being able to get the content out to others who would like to follow along and see, how you can start small and build your way up. So what are you waiting for, guys? Get started, whatever that means for you. If that means, adding more funds into your current portfolio, if that means just opening up your own account to start trading, if that means doing more, more due diligence research, finding the right stocks and funds that you really want to invest in, do that. But don't have where you're just stuck in place because you feel like you need to know everything to start. You don't have to know everything to start, but you do have to start to be able to have any kind of progress, okay? And a quote from Thomas Edison: I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. So listen, there's going to be things that don't work out for you. There's going to be learning, right? You can win or you can learn. It's not necessarily losing unless you give up or quit. Just continue to try and build your way to where you want to be eventually. I'll have a couple of additional videos here on this page that you can go back and look at more details about the various funds that I've started. And I'll always have my prior week's video at the end too, so you can go back and see how I went from last week to this week. But thank you so much for joining me,